We just got a new dog in. He's here for obedience training and he pulls like crazy. So today we're going to show you in easy steps on how to start working on this, and I'm about to pull him out, and in about 5 seconds you're going to see how bad he already is. I'm going to try to take him out of the crate. He's probably going to try to blast through it. So first things first, we want to make sure that we set the tone that he cannot just pull and go crazy the moment this door opens. This is almost like the first boundary of where things can go wrong. So we want to make sure we start off on the right foot. I'm going to make sure to show him the door manners, then let him out, leash him up. He's going to pull like crazy, and then we're going to go into exactly what we're going to do. As long as you follow these steps, no matter what dog you have, you will solve this problem on your own. He is a medium-sized doodle, so he's actually really strong. So here, as you can tell, he's already tapping on it. I'm going to make sure he doesn't fly out. He keeps trying to stick his head out, making sure that no flying out. We got to work on a little self-control, some impulse control here. Calm is what's going to let you out. As we progress, it's probably going to happen much sooner, but I want to make sure he understands the boundaries and rules before we start anything. So on this one, I'm going to actually leash him up, but same thing, I'm going to keep opening and closing. All right, I'm going to leash him up. Make sure he doesn't fly out. I'm holding on to it, holding him back because he's already pulling out forward. If I let him pull now, then he's going to think that carries on onto other things, and we don't want that. So I'm just closing it back up. And on this next one, I'm going to actually let him come out. He just shook the leash off, so I'm going to actually have to put that back on. So he's still trying to come out. I'm going to try to leash him up again. I'm holding him by the collar right now. Right? So he's putting a lot of force, trying to jump out, trying to fight against me. Right? Now he's trying to paw me. Okay, so I have the leash on. And I'm going to tell him a release word. I'm just going to introduce it here. Break. All right, so as you can tell, he's very jumpy. He's already pulling. So if you've seen our other videos, you know if they pull forward, we're not going to let them keep doing that. All right, so he hits the end of the leash. I'm not going to follow him. A lot of owners, they let the dog just keep going when they're pulling. So we want to make sure we don't do that. I'm just standing like a tree for now, but I'm going to try my best to move him over there. All right, so see how he's trying to just bolt off. All right. And I don't know if you guys can see from that angle, but I'm not even really I'm not using any of my arms to move him. I'm just holding tight and I'm standing still. All right, I'm just limiting what he can do. Cool, so we're gonna slowly make our way over to the shade, and then we're gonna try to start working with him. All right, so I'm gonna try to keep it loose and not apply it until he does something crazy like bolting. But if he does go forward, I'm tightening it up. Okay, so he's sniffing right now. So usually when I first let a dog out, if they're new, I'm gonna let them sniff and kind of figure out the environment. And then afterwards, we're gonna kind of start trying to train him. Nice pee, dude. Cool, so once he's done pottying, we're gonna kind of get started. I'm gonna move him away from the grass. I'm moving away from him so he knows to follow the leash when he feels the pressure on. I'm gonna try to give him a treat afterwards. I'm moving backwards away from him. Nice, so he actually took it. So this is actually a good thing because at first I wasn't sure if he'll take food if he's too distracted. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make sure we reward him for giving us, good boy. We're gonna give him food for him giving us attention, and we're gonna start working on that first. So he's kind of engaged right now. He's a little more focused and not hitting the end of the leash. I'm gonna start rewarding him for only being on my right side. The high value treat's definitely helping because he's actually not being crazy when I'm used to him pulling all crazy. Put my glove on. All right, well, check this out. It's that easy, right? All I did was really just make sure he couldn't hit the end of the leash, or if he does, I'm gonna stop him there so he cannot pull forward, and then when he's near me, I'm giving him food. So now, since he's more focused, I'm going to have some more food on me, and I'm gonna pay him for being on my right side because the owner wants him to walk on the right side. But anytime that he hits the end of the leash like that, I'm gonna go opposite direction to him so he knows to follow me for the treat. Right now, just giving him the food, good boy. And I'm gonna try my best to keep him on the right side. But since he's never done this before, I'll give him a little bit of slack and then see how he goes that way. When he goes that way, I'm going this way, opposite direction always. Good boy. And if he's lagging behind, I'm still gonna keep moving. I will not stop moving this entire time. Oops, almost tripped. Good boy. And I'm always saying good boy right before I reward him. Good boy. Right, we're making distance. At first he was pulling all crazy, but as you can tell how easy it's been, we're just feeding, we're walking, keeping him on the right side. Right now, I'm not saying good boy every single time because I'm explaining it to you, but for you guys, if you're rewarding your dog, you should say good boy and then give them the food. So one of the biggest mistakes that people make is they take their dog out on a walk and start walking this whole thing right away. So instead, what I'm doing, I started in a section, literally right here at this intersection, and now I'm just extending the distance a little bit at a time. But as I extend it, all I'm doing is still walking back and forth. I'm making sure that he's focused. Right now, my leash is super loose. Good boy. Another mistake that you want to make sure to never make is when the dog pulls forward and puts pressure on the leash, don't just follow them. A lot of people think, oh, they're pulling that way, so I need to follow them. But actually, when you do that, you're going to make your dog an even bigger leash puller. Right? So I haven't done anything differently from what I did earlier besides moving him on the right side. I have been moving this whole time. I'm paying for good positioning, and I'm not letting him pull forward. Those are the only things. So if you remember anything from this video, those are the 3 things you must do. If you do this, your dog will start learning how to walk next to you, and you're not going to have to worry about stressing out about how your dog's pulling you around everywhere. Because I really have not even pulled the leash at all. Each time that he pulls forward, I'm just having a good grip and I'm only moving my feet. You've never seen me swing my arm or anything from what he's doing. Because a lot of people, they think their dog's going to overpower them, but I'm really just using my weight. If he was to pull, I'm just making sure I have a good grip and I'm moving my whole body instead of moving my arm only. So he flipped over on that side. If he was at a higher level on walking, then I would have fixed him. But since this is very beginner stuff, all I'm doing is kind of adjusting. I'm moving back and forth, moving him back where he needs to be, and I'm not moving him with the leash really. So see here, right? Watch, my arm's gonna stay here. I'm just gonna walk forward with my body. Oh, dang it, he followed me. So that wasn't a good example, but the next time so watch this, right? I'm just moving my feet. I'm not pulling him at all with my arm. And then now we have a dog walking by too, so let's see how he does. He's super excited with dogs, right? So same thing, my arm is frozen here. Most people, their legs are gonna be stronger than their arms anyways, so it's good to utilize that. Cool, so he sees the dog there. My arm's still frozen, I'm moving him back this way. Good boy. All right, so he's very excited with dogs, so let's see how he does. All right, so I'm not really worried about him walking really well. I just want him to disengage from the dog and focus more on what we're doing here. He's seen the dog multiple times, so he definitely didn't forget about the dog. I just want to make sure that even if he's distracted, I'm going to still keep working on what we're doing. Good job. Good job. All right, so I'm going to face him back over there. There's a dog over there. So you saw that, right? So he's really excited with dogs. I'm just not going to let him go up to the dog. And as you saw earlier, again, my arm has not moved. All I'm doing is moving my feet backwards away from him. Good boy. And if you're wondering why I keep moving, is because it'll make him think that I'm more interesting. If I'm just standing here, I'm really boring. And when you just stand there, the dog is going to check out things that are more interesting, such as moving dogs, squirrels, or wanting to sniff things. Sometimes if they're too overstimulated, walking backwards isn't going to do anything. But for the most part, if you're moving, the dog's going to want to move towards the moving subject. So I'm just moving. And now since that dog is a little further away, we're going to go back to extending this distance. Whenever the level of the environment starts getting more difficult, say there's a dog, there's more people, or they're just in a new, busier place, you go back to doing the easy stuff, and then once he's a little more calm or level-headed, then we go back and work on him staying on the right side. Okay, so we're walking. We're gonna try to make it to that trash can over there, but see how he's about to pull? When he pulls, all I'm doing is going against him. Cool, so we're gonna cut it here. We're gonna keep it short and sweet for him, and then we're gonna show you more updates as we go on. But